What is going on there, guys? It's Pwn, and I'm excited to be sharing you guys some new information about They Shall Not Pass, the new DLC coming in March for Battlefield 1. Really exciting stuff. We have a lot of new information about the maps, the elite class, a new tank, the new behemoth, basically all the information you need to know. And much like Fat Material back in the day, all we got are pictures. So for right now, we're going to go through and break down all the information they've given us and show you some images on your screen. We're going to play Match the Elite Class / Behemoth to the maps. We have 4 new confirmed maps, including names and descriptions, and I'm going to try to have fun by matching what I think each one is going to have. The first on the list is Verdun Heights. This is going to be an uphill battle. We've seen pictures of this in the trailer, including the teaser where we saw the new Behemoth and, of course, the new Elite Class, which is in fact a Trench Raider. And because of this, that means we're going to have trench warfare on this map, that's confirmed, and naturally I expect the new Behemoth, which is in fact the Char 2C, to be on this map. Second on the list is Fort Vaux. This easily looks like the new Operation Metro. It looks like a cluster map, a lot of grenades, explosives, and SMGs are to be expected, and if you locate right there in the center of the screen, it looks like there are train tracks. It looks like you have a little cart sitting right there in the middle of this fort. Naturally, my guess, armored train. It only makes sense. You're not going to fit an airship or a dreadnought in there. The new one, no way whatsoever. And we do have confirmation on the elite class. It will be flamethrowers. So the floopers are going to be dominating the corridors of Fort Vaux. Next up, and I'm totally gonna butcher this, soy sauce. Soy sauce. That's what it is from here on out. So soy sauce, no disrespect intended, by the way, I'm just terrible with pronunciation, is going to be the larger scale conflict. We know thunderstorms are going to be part of the weather, which is cool, but we have planes, tanks, and infantry clashing in this, and that's going to be interesting, and I fully expect what is going to be on this to be the tank hunter and, of course, the airship. It only makes sense for such a wide open map that we've seen a lot of, much like St. Quentin's. And last but not least, we have Rupture. We only have 1 Behemoth left and 1 elite class, leaving the Sentry and, of course, the Dreadnought. Now, I know I'm going to butcher this, maybe you guys can educate me so I'm not so silly, but this is fighting over bridges across the N River. I've tried to see how exactly to pronounce this. I've heard Ein, N, all kinds of different ways. Maybe you guys can clarify. But either way, they're fighting over a river. River equals water. Water equals Dreadnought. I'm amazing. You're welcome. And naturally, it is described as a maze of steel beasts. So this is over a previous battlefield where there are carcasses of dead tanks and stuff like this, a lot of trenches. So it should be pretty interesting. This is probably set up to be one of my more favorite maps. The new game mode has been announced. It's called Frontlines, and it's described as experience a mix of conquest and rush as you fight for chain control points in a tug-of-war frontline. Both teams fight for 1 flag at a time, and when this objective is captured, the action moves on to the next. Capture the enemy's HQ control point, and the game turns into a rush-style section where telegraph posts need to be attacked or defended. Now, this is really exciting. The best way I can give it to you guys that can relate is, remember Operation Metro way back in the day? Yes, there was the potential for backcapping, but it wasn't the most common. Normally, you had to force them out of C, and then push them back to B, then push them back to A. And that's generally how it worked. It was just a straightforward battle. So, for example, if the first objective is taken, which will be the middle point and you guys fight over, the successful team attacking there will now have that as their home point. And they push back into one of your defensive territories, and you now must defend that. But not only do you need to defend that, you have to push forward at the same time to regain the middle. So it is, in fact, a tug and war. Even if you get pushed all the way back to your headquarters, you still can technically fight out of it and push them all the way back and win. So it is technically never over. So it's very interesting, and it plays a lot like Conquest without the other flags to backcap. And it seems really fun. And to finalize, you're going to have to destroy a few telegraphs to win the game. This one seems really exciting, actually. Next on the list gives confirmation that the first tank behemoth is in Battlefield 1. The Char 2C tank, as given to us in the teaser, is our new behemoth. Exciting news, but it's not the only tank we're getting. We're getting the assault tank gun. The Chaumont was the most heavily armed allied tank of the war. Dominate the battlefield with this impressive French construction. The upper body, right? The torso of this thing looks like it's about to just topple over. It's a giant rhino, man. Really exciting stuff with that one. Super big, long guns right there. Like that. And of course, one of the 3 predicted elite classes that I gave in the previous video is the Trench Raider class. We got a melee elite class, guys, and it is described as the Trench Raider elite class. Use the melee skills of the new elite class, the Trench Raider. With the Brutal Raider Club and an impressive grenade arsenal, you will be a terrifying sight. So, a few things to address before we go further. A lot of people are terrified of grenade spam. It's already a pretty overwhelming feature in the game. But, if the flooper is any sort of a hint as towards how this will work, there will probably be a cooldown. As the flooper, you do have multiple incendiary grenades, but there is a slight cooldown before you can use it. It's something like 5 or 10 seconds before you can throw another additional incendiary grenade. And I feel the same thing is going to apply to this, just so you can't just chuck 5 or 6 grenades at once. And it did look like he had 6 of those stick grenades at his disposal. Also, he had a revolver on his hip. We don't know if it's a new one, but either way, expect it to be heavy hitting. If the tank hunter is granted the double barrel sawed-off, this thing better be a new secondary beast. Either way, scooting over to a new stationary weapon. And the final information given to us is the Siege Howitzer. Can be operated by an infantry player. This new stationary weapon is operated through indirect aiming / firing in the same vein as mortars and artillery and vehicles. So basically, you're going to give an area and it's going to drop down. An area of effect explosion. So this is cool. I like that a lot. We got a lot of trench warfare. This is going to open up some of those spots. So that is what we have. That is the information given to us. If you guys have any theories of your own, anything you want to guess towards, leave it down in the comment section below. And of course, subscribe, guys. I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for supporting the channel, and I'll catch you with another video tomorrow.